Hey guys, I look like shit. But today I just want to kind of rant about oh my god. Today I just kind of want to rant about relationships and all of that fun shit. I think a lot of people talk about how hard it is to date in Gen Z. Um because there's just so many relationship influencers out there that are just doing everything they can to kill romance, and not even just romance, it's to make dating culture this thing where it's the survival of the fittest. And I understand that everyone has their own preferences, but there are these people that dedicate their entire lives to making money off of exploiting people and their vulnerabilities surrounding relationships. Oh, my dog is here. Hi, puppy. But anyway, it's you need to be this alpha, sigma, and if this woman doesn't do this, and this for you, she is not the one. And then there's the other side with the women, and they're and if he doesn't treat you like this specifically, he does not want you. And if he does this, he's cheating on you. And it's just shut the fuck up. Oh my god. So it's I know that just about everyone in Gen Z has been exposed to these types of videos, and I'm talking about older Gen Z, right? Everyone in older Gen Z has been exposed to these kind of videos, and no one's in a happy, healthy relationship. It's why? Why? It's so stupid, And it's no one wants to put any effort into forming a bond to have a relationship anymore. People just kind of think it's we're dating now, and it's I don't know, I've I've never been taken on an actual first date before, and I'm 19, and it's it's sad because everyone thinks that you can just put in the lowest effort. And I understand that in a relationship you want to be yourself, but if you're lazy, don't be. Let's be for real. But it's so annoying because it's I'm a person that strives for love and to be loved. I would like some sort of little romantic relationship thing going on. I want to spend the rest of my life with someone that I get and someone that gets me. I am very focused on I'm not one of those cringe oh, I date to marry, but realistically that's what dating is supposed to be, unless you don't want to get married and the other person is like that too. That's whatever. But I'm the kind of person that wants to date you so that we can get married. I find I'm interested in you, but it's just I've only found a couple people that I've ever dated that it's this is someone that I'd get married to, yeah, but most people have just been fucking boring. And it's so stupid. I'm on Tinder, and everyone is boring. I don't know what else to describe it as. Just everyone is so there's nothing behind those eyes. There's not a brain up there. No one wants to talk. I have 100 matches on Tinder, and I've maybe said I've sent a DM hi or something like that to 20 of them, and maybe 4 have responded, and then it goes nowhere because everyone is fucking boring. No one wants to make the first move. No one, it pisses me off because it's what's the point? You're on a dating app for a reason. Another thing, there's no way to date people in real life for Gen Z, because back in whenever it was before the modern internet we have now, people would actually go out and do things and meet people and find people, and they would eventually get the number of that person, and it moves on from there. But now it's you're on a dating app that 90% of the people on use to just hook up with people, which is also hookup culture destroying relationships. It's so fun. But way back when, like what, 30 years ago, you actually had a chance to meet people in real life and, form a relationship out of that. We don't get that anymore. Like, you go out, no young people, like, there are no young people when I go out at all. Um, like, I go to Walmart on my days off sometimes. The youngest people there is like the 18-year-old stock boy working at Walmart. And like there's no places for young people to fucking hang out at. Like no one actually hangs out in a coffee shop. No one actually wants to meet someone in real life, and I don't get it. Everything online is so artificial, and like, dating apps are tailored to make you the least interesting version of yourself you can be, to fake it till you make it, till you're in a relationship and you find out this person is not who they said they were. You meet them in real life, go on a date, this person is not who they really are or who they portray themselves as on the internet. And it's stupid, it's boring, no one wants to put any form of effort into any relationship ever. No one wants to actually be in a relationship, and it pisses me off because then there's like people like me who are a little wonky in the brain but are still willing to put in effort to be the best person they can for another person who's being the best person they can for us. It's like, it pisses me off because I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like, there's no, like, there's nothing there, like, there's really no such thing as, like, love, and you only, like, the only people that, like, are together are people that started dating in high school. If you started dating in high school, that's your person for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter if you get divorced when you're 30, that's it, and you're never gonna find anyone again. Like, it's stupid, but in this generation, like, those are the only people that have found a relationship in real life that will worked-ish. But it's like, I don't know. Also, I've had more success in finding, like, pseudo relationships on Grindr, where I have received literal death threats for just being a trans person on there, versus Tinder, where I get matches and they go nowhere. What is the point? Like, literally, what is the point? And if you're gonna match with me, I thought that this was gonna be, like, a common thing, like, when you make the match, you message first, or, like, if you swipe on someone, you should be generally interested in them and not just not talk to them. It doesn't compute up here. Like, I don't understand. Like, all I can say is I don't get it, and what's the fucking point? What is the fucking point? Like, literally, I have no options. Like, there's no hope of love in this generation. And it hurts my brain. Like a month ago-ish, I met this guy off Tinder. He was really cool. A little bit of a weirdo, but that's fine, right? And, like, he was like, we should hang out again sometime. And I was like, yeah, that would be awesome. I would love that. And, like, it wasn't really, like, any sort of formal first date thing. We hung out in the center of my town, talked, got food, whatever. And now we just kind of have each other on Instagram, and it's boring. He doesn't talk to me. He doesn't even send me reels. I'll send him a reel every once in a while, but he just does not talk to me. And, like, I understand having a job and working, but there's no excuse to not talk to someone you were allegedly interested in, right? And it's just stupid, like, and no one wants a relationship, like I've said before. No one wants a relationship, which is annoying, because why are you on a app specifically made for relationships in the first place? Like, I don't know, especially like the queer men on Tinder. You have a place for hookups, and it's called Grinder. Go there instead of, being on Tinder. Because it's not fair. Because I don't want to be swiping on people who are gonna waste my time, right? Because a lot of the dating stuff now is just a waste of time, and it like, just purely, why even bother, and it's like everyone's desires are so fucking specific. Like, I want this, I want a person who has a perfect body, I want a perfect body. Ew, that was cringe. I am sorry. But everyone wants someone with like perfect body, perfect hair, perfect personality. And if you find someone with a perfect body and a perfect personality, they are fucking boring. They are fucking boring. Because I've done it. I've found people who are incredibly hot, incredibly attractive. They don't do anything wrong. They were the perfect student, whatever. And they're just the most boring fucking person you've ever met. One time, about this time last year, 6'6" model, long brown hair, beautiful brown eyes, amazing olive skin, abs, oh my god. But he was boring as hell. He was so boring. He was so boring. And then after a while, he was like, I just don't think this is gonna work. What was not gonna work? Nothing was happening. Like, what? It's so dumb, and it's almost comical, because it's like the hopeless romantics of this generation, like, I feel like a lot of people that struggled with like ADHD and autism are now trying to come out of their, weird little shell that they've been forced into during middle and high school, and they're trying to expand themselves and work on themselves, and maybe they have already worked on themselves and they're trying to find a relationship, because it's what being an adult is, and now it's like they're being forced away again because of all of these unrealistic standards. And it's really stupid. When I was in middle and high school, I got the shit bullied out of me for being the weird kid. Me being the weird kid was having ADHD and liking anime and Five Nights at Freddy's and Minecraft. Like, those are like my core 3 interests, and everyone just like bullied the fuck out of me because I was the weird kid, and I hung out with the weird kids, aka a bunch of pieces of shit, because those are the only people that didn't bully the shit out of me until things happened, and then they did. But it's like, I don't know, I didn't get any kind of like dating experience in high school or middle school because no one liked me. And the one guy I actually did end up dating in real life in high school, I had a girl best friend, and she fucked him. And they're still together to this day. I hope they both get hit by a fucking car and die. Anyway, it's so fucking stupid, because what does a neurodivergent guy gotta do around here to have a partner, and like, I'm trans, right? Not really that hard to grasp. I'm like really not that like T for T. But in recent times, I've been debating, hit me up if you are a trans man with an 8-inch strap, because I'm over it. Plus, trying to like explain the fact that you're, like, personally for me, when I try to explain to a cisgender guy, like, that isn't like all too, familiar with the transness, that, like, you know, I'm a trans man and I would really prefer if you just didn't call me a woman. They're just like, oh, okay, so, like, during sex I can call you a good girl, right? And it's like, no. What? What do you mean? I've had that happen to me before several times. And, like, oh, even on Grindr, it's like, you know, you can put, like, that you're trans in your profile, and it's just all of the chasers on there were like, what's up, baby girl? Like, can you look at me and, like, determine and, like, use your critical thinking skills to determine whether or not I want to be treated masculinely, like, with masculine terms, or with feminine terms? Because, like, I don't really think it's that hard. I don't, especially when I had, like, fucking short hair looking like a butch lesbian. Who do you think I am? What? But anyway, I think that dating is unfair and stupid and fucking, it's dumb. And in Gen Z, you will never find the love of your life. We are all doomed to never get married, to never find a fulfilling relationship. And if you, like, I don't know, it's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. I hate to break it to you. But yeah, it's stupid. Everything is unrealistic, and everything you see online or find online will be pretty artificial, and you won't find any fulfillment from a relationship that started online. You know, so I just wanted to talk about that because I was pissed off on Tinder. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this ultimately mega long video, and I will see you guys whenever.